Hello and welcome. Exactly what we had predicted, hoped, anticipated from morning turning true. Whatever anybody says, the declaration was perfectly timed. India knew that they would want the fast bowlers to go in with one burst. 8 overs from Akash Deep, 6 overs from Siraj, couple from Prasidh Krishna. They went with full intensity, and that was brilliant from India. Let's accept it. That 1 hour, 10, 15 minutes of pressure on England was some of the best fast bowling that we have seen all tour. Even Prasidh Krishna, in those couple of overs, that edge could have easily hit the wicket, and that could have been 4 or 5 down. But Gargi, Akash Deep, that spell from him was absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational.
Akash Deep was bowling like a dream today. Absolute dream. And a nightmare for the English batters. A dream for the Indian fans and a nightmare for the English batters. But the way that he's bowling, the lines, the length, he's nipping it back into the body of the batter. He's getting that skid. He's incredible. He's been incredible. And look at the intensity that he's bringing. From one end, you have a Mohammad Siraj, who you know is doing very, very well. But also the fact that Akash Deep is very, very young and new in the side. There's no Jasprit Bumrah to fall back on. Yet he's taken that responsibility. He's soaked in the pressure. And look at the magic that he's been able to create. It's been absolute magic on that pitch.
You know, Akash Deep once told me that Gautam and Morne had a chat with him.
Oh.
And they told him that, folks, I'm just telling you a few stories here. Akash Deep said the coach and the bowling coach had a chat with him and said to him, you don't know the kind of talent you have.
Oh, really?
And if you check Bengal, and my friend Shourashish Lahiri, if you are watching this broadcast, Akash Deep has learned a lot from Shourashish. Have you observed one thing? When he is bowling round the wicket to a batter, you will see Mohammad Siraj. Look, notice Mohammad Siraj and notice Akash Deep. So suppose you are the umpire, okay? He will go and stand here, right behind the umpire. This is Kolkata club cricket. You know, because when he starts to focus, just watch that. See, Mohammad Siraj will stand here. You can see Mohammad Siraj running in, delivering. Akash Deep will stand right behind the umpire here. So when he comes in like this. So you are not observing him till the very last second. He's not visible. He's running in from behind the umpire and then comes and delivers. He's hiding the ball. He's hiding himself, running in from behind the umpire. So Ben Duckett, when finally Ben Duckett sees him, he's actually seeing him at the very last instant. A lot of people, Saurav Ganguly, by the way, Akash Deep is a product of Vision 2020.
Oh.
Saurav Ganguly had once told me he has as much talent as a Mohammad Shami. This guy has as much talent as Mohammad Shami. Seam, movement, able to nip the ball. That delivery to bend the previous ball, the one that did not that catch did not the catch did not happen because it hit the pad. You see the ball, perfect. It landed on middle, turned, literally broke like this, hit the top of the pad and went. And the ball that came in, he inside edge one. It was sharp movement like this. Unbelievable spell. One of the best spells of fast bowling on a flat deck where the ball moving around. I thought Akash Deep outdid every bowler. And Mohammad Siraj, again, real intensity. It could have been 4 down England.
Talking about Akash Deep, did you also notice when Joe Root came onto the crease, he was bowling way wider. He was bowling very wide because he wanted that. How do I explain this? He was bowling wide and then trying to swing it out. What am I saying? Away from Joe Root, so he gets trapped into that.
Good observation. Not consistently. You will see Akash Deep again. Fantastic. This is what I like. I like when people watch closely. So Akash Deep will go wide, and you will see this and this.
Yes.
So basically getting the ball to come in and
then leave.
The KL Rahul delivery.
Yes.
Came in and left, and KL Rahul bowled. Couple of balls, he will come in close to the umpire and deliver.
Yes.
And so Akash Deep uses again Patsy.
Presence of mind.
Again Patsy, Shourashish Lahiri. This is one of your contributions. Akash Deep, the use of the crease, something that Gargi noticed very, very well. Absolutely phenomenal. So when he runs in from behind the umpire to a left-hander, he bowls outstandingly well to a left-hander. By the way, did you see that stat?
Yes.
With the new ball, after Kagiso Rabada and Josh Hazelwood, Akash Deep has the best average since 2022. This has been, if India goes on to win this, and I'm predicting an 80% Indian win, 20% draw. With the weather, there's some chance of rain around 10ish in the morning. After that, it's spitting. It's a coldish day tomorrow. I see an Indian win despite all this spitting and whatever. You get a couple more and you're into that middle order again. And you will also have a second new cherry. Because 65 overs, how many overs were done today? 15, 16. So I think 15, 16 overs done. So 64 overs, you have a 90 over crack at England. So which means you will have 25 overs with the second new ball. 25 overs with the second new ball absolutely can give you 3-4 wickets. If it's the tail that you're bowling to, if it's the lower middle order that you're bowling to, I think it's 16 overs done. Dead. यहाँ से देख लीजिए. I think we are 16 over 16. 16 overs done. So which means 64 overs after tea, half an hour after tea, you will get the second new ball for the last 2 hours. 25 overs with the second new ball. This game has been beautifully set up by
tomorrow
India.
morning as well. You've got overcast conditions. The ball
At
is
least
relatively new.
16 overs, at least 13, 14
Yeah,
overs.
look at the start of today. The ball was 13 overs old.
Exactly
Chris
similar.
Wokes and Brydon Cast came in and absolutely rattled the batting lineup for some time. They were really troubling KL Rahul and Karun Nair. And it did move for quite a bit. And we talked about this. Yeah, we spoke about this in the lunch live and we said that compared to the past 3 days, the ball is actually doing more today. So if tomorrow we get the same kind of conditions, overcast conditions, similar, same to same, it's a copy paste of the situation we had this morning as well. Tomorrow morning, India goes in with a 15-over-old ball and absolutely smashes it again.
Yeah, I mean,
another burst from Siraj Akash.
Correct. Take a couple tomorrow morning, and then once again you are into that middle order, and you're talking about one, and you're into that tail. So 1 hour of fantastic fast bowling. And if you see till the last over, when Mohammad Siraj bowled that over, almost there, that Akash Deep spell just outside the reach of mid-wicket Mohammad Siraj, almost every over things happening, and you're not bothered about runs.
This is brilliant. Rob Smith.
What has he written? India
have been superb with the new ball, ferocious but forensic. England are a different effort, a completely different effort. You know what? So I was surrounded by English journalists and, watching the game, obviously. And everyone was just baffled at what was happening. And everyone thought that England would sort of go in with a very timid approach. Yeah, they would go in with a very sedate approach, would not play many shots and would try to go for a draw. But completely different happened and they were just holding their heads in their hands and thinking, what the hell have we just watched?
No, and think this. I think if Ben Stokes won the toss, by the way, I hope you remember. End of day 4, don't forget the fact that Ben Stokes won the toss and got India to go in. Had this been Shubman Gill winning the toss and putting England in, and England scoring 600 by now, a kangaroo court sitting on social media, guillotining Shubman Gill forever. No debate. There would be 20 kangaroo courts. Shubman Gill is the worst captain of all time. Gautam Gambhir should be kicked out. This would have been the social media refrain trending. Ben Stokes. Ask questions of Ben Stokes. He won the toss. Oops.
Let's see who comes for the press conference
Ben
today.
Stokes won the toss.
From the English camp.
England put India in 600. And by the way, in the 4 innings of this test series, India has scored 1,500 runs. 1,500 runs. This test match, India has scored 1,000 runs. 600 and 427.
Yes.
1,000 runs. And in Leeds, India scored 800. So India has scored 1,800 runs in 4 innings of this series. 1,800 runs.
It's an away game away series for India.
So that's the kind
What's
of
really
batsmanship
going
you're
on?
talking about. 1,800 runs. You've prepared decks where you cannot dislodge India. And
The
Shubman
shorter
Gill.
boundaries on this ground. You use that to negate the two spinner ploy, but it completely backfired right in England's faces.
Boss, you don't do that. 1,800 runs have been scored against you. 1,800. And clearly you have created a deck which India has made merry on. They are bossing this test match. Complete control of this test match. 7 more wickets. And as I said, 85% chance of an Indian win. And if India goes on and bosses this one and wins it, the first ever time at Edgbaston under Shubman Gill, Gautam Gambhir, I will rate this as high as the Gabba. I will rate this as high
Fortress
as the
breached again.
Boxing Day test in 2020. Fortress Edgbaston breached. The series set up absolutely magically for India after Leeds. Even in Leeds, till the last hour, India was competitive. This series, India, the batting has been stellar, and this innings or this test match, the bowling has put its hand up. The fast bowling that we have seen from India with the new ball, absolutely magical. That evening, this evening, and then with the second new ball to bundle out England's tail. Let's decode it one by one. Shubman Gill, what do you say?
Speechless. Speechless. You can't say anything anymore. Even, I was reading something, and before that, I wanted to make a point. I was sitting there thinking when the final few overs were being bowled, I was sitting there thinking, one more wicket, one more wicket. And why is that? It makes it easier tomorrow morning, because then you can get, let's say, 2 more or 3 more, and you're into the tail. That's what I was thinking of. And this English journalist just looks at me baffled and says, aren't you being too greedy? I said, no, I'm just thinking about tomorrow, because it makes it easier. If you had gotten one of those maybe reviews, it missed by an inch, an inch.
And inside edges,
Oh,
and
yes.
here, there.
There
and
were a few catches that didn't
multiple.
carry. Yeah. There were-
Chances were being
Every
created
over.
almost every over.
Yeah.
That is the intensity that India was showing on the field. Let's take quite a few questions.
Lots of questions.
And take the super chats, because otherwise I'll miss them again.
Ashish Punna. Series of thunderbolt deliveries in bales flying in all directions. Wow, Siraj Deep. You've already got a name for the duo. Siraj Deep. Okay, keep believing, boys, because you are winning tomorrow. England will go defensive. No, they will not.
These fellows don't know how to. And imagine this: England will go to Australia for the Ashes against Cummins, Hazelwood, and Mitchell Starc.
Lose terribly.
These guys will, with this batting lineup, if they bat like this, then God help them. God help Ben Stokes and his team.
Okay, England will go defensive, so stay disciplined with the line and length. And magic number of Thala will follow. 7 wickets.
Well done, Ashish. That was a nice one. There was another one, I think.
Yes, I'm just looking for it. Okay. Ramesh is saying, Boria, please cover the whole series. Don't come back.
No, she's good enough. You must invest in your people. You must. Jasprit Bumrah not there. What happened? India won, right? Even without me, India will win. Gargi will make sure the rest of the boys, Amit and Shubhan and the rest of the people will back her up. We'll win. Don't you worry. I'll do Lords. Bye. I'll do Lords for sure. I'll certainly do Lords. We'll try and get the slope used well. Jasprit Bumrah and the rest of the boys,
Siraj.
they can use Lord's slope very, very well. Mohammad Siraj will angle it out. There will be stuff at Lords, and after that, not to worry. This will be India's series. I think there was another one.
Lots of super chats. I'll take them. Soham Roy, does Rishabh Pant have a future in ODI and T20 internationals? Let's focus on the Test cricket, man.
I don't even give a damn about white ball at the moment. When you watch this kind of red ball, that's legacy cricket. Shoham, ekta kotha bolo. Think about it. Close your eyes and tell me: do you even remember one T20 in front of your eyes? It's all a blur. How many times you remember red ball? Almost everything. That's the difference between red ball. Pedigree. I keep telling her, class, pedigree, legacy. These are the words that red ball cricket is all about. So talk about that, folks. Yes, I'm not denigrating anything, but red ball is ultimately the crowning jewel of cricket.
Okay, there was more to that question. Will India struggle with the old ball yesterday? Yesterday?
As in like yesterday.
Like yesterday. Or will India cruise through?
It will depend. It will depend on the first couple of hours. More the first hour. If India gets 2-3 more and in the first hour and get into that middle order, then you're talking about one ball. You're talking about one ball to get into the tail. So about the struggle that you're saying, I think. Kya hua?
I was trying to look for that super chat, but it's gone.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So that is the point. If India get a couple more tomorrow morning, then you're talking about one ball to get into Chris Wokes and Bryden Cars and all of it. I think it's India.
Bartik Chattopadhyay sent us a super chat. He's saying, India have done the thing which nobody has done against England, especially at Edgbaston. It's been a fortress.
Let's do it, finish it off, and then say it. But yes, you are absolutely right. At the end of day 4, it's all India. India bossing the test match like nobody's business. Gargi and I have been saying this. I mean, now I've become tired of saying this to people that the declaration was timed. We even got the
Perfectly.
timing right.
Yeah.
If you check around 4:35, I had said in 25 minutes it'll come 5 o'clock, because the idea was
We've
clear.
been-
They'll keep 15 overs, go for 15 overs, keep it fresh for tomorrow morning, and the second new ball. They were targeting all of that, and they calibrated it beautifully.
And you know what? This wasn't some genius move. All you had to do was look at today's innings. All you had to do at the start of the innings. All you had to do was look at yesterday's last 1 hour, and you would have realized that is the same ploy that India will also go with. That last 1 hour with the new ball and overcast conditions is lethal. And it will be the same tomorrow morning as well. So it wasn't some genius tactic or something. It was just common sense, which I thought everyone would agree on.
And India played it right. I mean,
And
600
poor
runs
Jadeja got so much hit
was
for
total
nothing.
nonsense. You know, to abuse Ravindra Jadeja for absolute nonsense, and we kept saying that, you know, there was absolutely no way that you know, it had to happen like that. I said it on our tea show as well. Ravindra Jadeja was batting with his captain. The captain would have told him something if there was a different strategy. Shardul Thakur was repeatedly coming in with the instructions.
Yeah.
In fact, at one point, Joe Root went to Shardul Thakur and had his arm around Shardul Thakur to as if ask, "Ki bhai, kya information
Kya
hai,
hai,
bata do."
bhai?
So all of that was going on. So Ravindra Jadeja would have been told if something was going on. I thought India timed it to perfection.
Absolutely. Okay, Devdeep Sarkar. Oh wait, Johnny Rao is saying only rain can save England now.
No rain. There's a chance of
20%.
30% around 9-10 o'clock. So around the time when we do our show, so you must take that spot, book it from today. That all-day spot of yours.
You know what? I'll bring a bike so no one can disturb us.
Yeah,
I'll
you can put in there.
Park it there.
And then we'll do our show from
Yeah.
there. So Gargi, tomorrow morning, her call time is 15 minutes early to reserve that spot. Joking. But we'll get that. Because we are the first ones to come here.
Anyway,
we are the first ones to come here, and we'll get that spot. There's a little bit of chance of rain around 10, but it clears up from 11 o'clock onwards till about 7 p.m. 20% chance of precipitation, which means nothing will happen.
Okay, Sayantan Bhattacharya, it's gone now.
Because what is happening?
The second I start reading something, it just scrolls.
Just don't miss the super chats, because
I
baad mein gaali denge.
think yes, Sayantan was saying this, that who goes out in the next match, because Bumrah,
Prasid.
Prasid, and when
I
it comes
don't-
to the spinner, will it be Kuldeep?
I don't think
Akash,
they will change
no,
more.
you
I
can't.
don't think they will change more. Yes, I know that Karun did not have a good game, but
NKR?
I have a hunch. NKR, this innings you cannot just take, because one ball he had been asked to hit. At the, you know, sort of one innings of one wrong judgment, you don't drop a player. Same with Karun. I think, though he did not look the part at number 3, I just think India will give him one more game. So the one change for the next game, as far as I am concerned, will be Prasid Krishna for Jasprit Bumrah. Other change, Karun Nair could just be a tad harsh if you really deep dive. You have to give him one more. Nitish Reddy, you've got to give him one more. The one change you might just kind of, you know, aggressively do is bring in Kuldeep Yadav for Washington
Yeah.
Sundar. But you have to check the pitch first. If you see the pitch, if you see, okay,
it's
batting,
green.
this batting order is doing very, very well, and you might just want to get in Kuldeep Yadav. Given the conditions there, at this point in time, one change, but we've got to see Lords and then tell you more.
Yep. Saikat Sanyal is saying, I don't know how many of you observe, we all observe, Saikat, that Prasid Krishna bowled each and every ball in perfect line and length,
We
not a
said that.
single lose. We started the show with that, in fact.
Absolutely,
Because
we
he's
said
been
that.
bowling impeccable. Look, we've always backed a Prasid Krishna.
And did you see the effort today?
Yes.
He
The
was
body
he
language.
was so let me tell you this. Even during innings break, Prasid Krishna was training with Morne Morkel on that side, next to the Eric Holly stand, and he was bowling beautifully. Morkel was talking to him. He was charged up today. Prasid Krishna was charged up today, because I'm sure, seeing Mohammad Siraj, seeing Akash Deep, he too wants to deliver. And Prasid Krishna, in that brief spell, has given enough indication that he will be a real handful tomorrow morning if there are indentations and in overcast
And
conditions.
you know what? We've been saying this, and we did get a little bit of flack for saying that we'll have Prasid Krishna in our team, because in the practice sessions,
He was bowling well.
he was bowling really, really well. This is the
Who
kind of...
cares for flack? I mean, I have received flack all my life. You get everything right.
You've
How does
probably
it matter?
gotten the most flack out of all journalists. I think so.
Who cares? But at
Anyway,
the same time, look where we are and
Yeah.
what we do.
so grateful. You can't help but be grateful. Genuinely grateful. But coming back to Prasidh Krishna, he's always had this ability. The problem is inconsistency, not his ability. The problem is inconsistency. If he is able to replicate this tomorrow, then you might just see Prasidh Krishna
The point is 3 excellent balls, 2 bad balls. Now
Repeatedly
he has the advantage of that pusher. 600 runs.
Yeah.
Which means he knows that even if I concede a couple of boundaries, I'm okay. Because my captain will not put a deep fielder. He'll still keep the catchers there. I can go in full throttle and try. That scoreboard pressure will tell on England, and that scoreboard pressure will work to the advantage
will
of
give you
somebody like
wickets.
Prasidh Krishna. So I think that scoreboard pressure will work to Prasidh Krishna's advantage big time. I'm not ruling out a Prasidh Krishna burst tomorrow. Mohammad Siraj, Akash Deep, Prasidh Krishna, all of them will have impact. And if you need
And
your spinners tight
Jadeja.
2 ends, Jadeja, Washington Sundar tight from 2 ends, make England get those runs. I mean, now you don't expect them to score 530 or whoever. I'm interested in seeing who comes for the English press conference and says what.
Yes.
Will they still say we want to chase it down? Then you're a lunatic. You're absolutely delusional. If you say, well, we want to chase 600 down, all you need to do is down the shutters and play for a draw, which you don't know how to do, because you will be arrogant. You will play your brand of baseball cricket. And if you try baseball tomorrow, that will be equivalent to arrogance, and you lose. So you down your shutters, play conventional cricket, and try to save this game.
And you know what? If you've been watching the pitch closely, it's got the perfect sort of rough for Ravindra Jadeja to
the
come
left
into
hand.
for the left-handers.
Ben Stokes will struggle.
Yes.
100% will struggle. Against a Ravindra Jadeja, even a Washington Sundar, outside that left-armer's thing, he will pitch it there. He'll kind of dart it there. Ravindra Jadeja was getting that rough in Leeds. A Ben Stokes will struggle from that rough, for sure. Yes, to the right-hander, there are not so many patches. To the right-hander for Washington Sundar, outside the off-stump, I have not seen that kind of rough. I was asking that of a couple of commentators. But for the left-hander, there is rough that has been created.
Absolutely. You can see it very evidently. It's very evident and it's very pronounced. So you can actually, even from the press box, which is pretty high,
Yeah.
you can actually see it. You can actually see those rough patches. Vaibhav Taragi is saying, Prasidh Krishna bowled with an economy of 2. Am I dreaming?
Somebody said 600 because 150 runs equivalent Prasidh Krishna. Come on, boss.
Someone was saying that कि आपको 100 रन तो प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा के लेके चलना पड़ेगा.
ऐसे
अरे
नहीं
बाबा.
होता बाबा, ऐसे नहीं होता. और किसी को
Back people.
ऐसे मत बोलो. It's
You
your
never
friends
know.
have come.
My friends? Oh, yes. What are you wearing? Oh, you're a traffic cone.
Incredible. Incredible.
This is an Englishman at the cricket.
Do you
Incredible.
want to be on that Richie Beno as well?
Go for it. Go for the
The,
commentary.
uh,
Channel 9.
Yeah, a bit of 9. Hi there. What's your name?
My name is Bolia. How do you? Richie?
Richie Beno, yes.
Very,
and your
very
name?
good.
Gargi.
Gargi, thanks very much. You enjoyed the cricket today?
So England's losing this one. You'll say something about Ben Stokes making a mistake of putting India in these conditions.
I'm not sure the mistake was putting them in. I think the mistake was the fielding today. I think they should have been more attacking in the field today.
Three catches, but we should
I
have
think the
was a bit
runs
of
were going to come. England collapsed. That's going to happen anyway.
So is India winning?
Occasionally, India's going to
India's
win.
winning?
Well, maybe a draw. Maybe
Draw?
a draw.
Percentage?
I'd say 80% India win.
You're a good one.
20%. Yeah.
That's
A
what
draw.
we've predicted
But
as well.
20%
I'm
draw,
very
80%
much looking
win.
forward to the Oval.
To the Oval, not Lords.
I'm not going to that one.
No, the final game. I think.
Okay.
I think this
so
is going.
you reckon 2-2 till the final game?
I think it's. I'm not saying 2-2, but it could go down to the final game for me.
Fascinating.
I think it might go. Yeah. I think it's going to go down. Be a marvelous series, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And
So far, cracker of a series, as Richie says. As Richie says, brilliant series so far. Brilliant
absolutely
series.
brilliant. And Gil, what a player!
Oh, yeah.
What a player!
Superstar.
What a player!
Superstar in the making. There you go.
Absolutely marvelous player.
Thank you very much for joining
Thanks,
us.
guys. Bye.
Thanks a lot. All the best.
Thank you. All right.
For her, we got it. Chalo.
Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, so many. You look away from the phone for 5 minutes and
It
you
just
go.
flies away.
Yeah. Wait, I had one good one. Okay, Fitman. Karun did not score even a single 50 in these flat tacks. Don't you think if he plays the next match, then it would be injustice for young guys like Jurel or Sai?
No, on the other side, you're giving somebody an opportunity. You have batted him at 6 in the first match, 3 for just one match. You've given him an opportunity at 3 for one match. You don't change after every game. So yes, I agree, and I've tweeted that he did not look the part at number 3, but I also believe that he perhaps deserves one more opportunity. He
Yeah.
will get opportunity one more at Lords. If he doesn't make the most of it at Lords, then I see a change happening for Manchester. But I don't think Lords.
So does Sai.
Yes, but you've given him an opportunity, Karun. You've given this one. You cannot chop and change and get Sai again, because
No, you can't do that.
so
Definitely not.
you give this guy one more. He doesn't deliver. Then you get Sai for Manchester. Stay him on. Keep him on for over. Because
do you
make it
think-
consistent.
How do you think they came up, or the toss-up went between Sai and Karun?
I think because of experience. I think Karun Nair, Sai will get his opportunity. Young man, Karun Nair, 7 years outside, making a comeback, domestic cricket, decently okay in that match in Leeds. So he got his chance, and by the way, has been very, very special in the field, Karun Nair.
Oh, yeah.
Even Sai,
Safe
the
hands.
first catch today at that gully point position,
Karun, yes.
where Jaiswal was fielding, by the way, in the first match in Leeds. That's where Sai Sudarshan caught the first catch of Zach Crawley. So that was ace from India.
I think he has the safest hands in the slip position, and
Karun Nair.
that also comes with a lot of experience. He's done this for a very, very long time, been in that position for a very long time. Pranav More is saying, hello, Boria and Gargi. Your views on cricket are really noteworthy and full of details. Well done. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Will India play 2 spinners at Lords? Teams generally go with 1 spinner. Let's see.
You cannot predict this without checking
No.
the conditions.
Yeah.
You have to see what kind of conditions are there. You have to see what the English offer to India after this. Will they make another batting belter and make a mistake? Will they go in with the same ploy of putting India in? Will they go in with all of these stereotypical kind of plans and think we can chase anything down? We have to see all of these things before making a prediction on the team composition.
Okay. Yesterday, Pankaj Agarwal is saying, yesterday Harry Brooks said, the world knows whatever the target is, we will chase. Tomorrow, the world is going to see them play for a draw. They won't play for a draw. I am telling you, they will lose, but they will not go for a draw.
But they're stupid then. From here you down the shutters.
That's how it is. That's the ego of the English cricket team.
Then it's ego and arrogance.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And they accept it. Okay, they are proud and they are loud. But that's just how it is when it comes to the English cricket brand of English Test cricket at the moment. I think that's just how it is. Even Ben Stokes. Why? How else do you explain winning the toss and bowling first on this wicket?
That's a mistake, but you won at Leeds, so you had that confidence that okay, we've won at
We will
Leeds,
chase it. We will chase
things
anything
down.
down.
When it's 600 runs, you are 3 down. How on earth 520, 30 runs in one day? Which lunatic will say we can chase this down? Rather you down shutters, block, try and see if you can save the game.
I was once again flummoxed, or rather, I was confused by England's batting approach today as well. You could have easily played out that 1 hour. If you wanted to go hammer and tongs, you
But
could
the
have come
wickets
in.
came off really good balls. I don't think the wickets came off
That's
any
also
aggressive
true.
shot. If you
Right,
see
right.
Joe Root
That's
bowled
also
out
true.
of a beauty. Ben Duckett bowled in out of a really good ball. Yeah, Zach Crawley's shot, you might say, should not have been played. It was kind of, he went for the drive, the expansive drive, way too early in his innings when he had not even got it off the mark. But Ben Duckett, outstanding bowling from Akash Deep. Joe Root, outstanding bowling from Akash Deep. To bowl Joe Root like that, somebody of the quality of Joe Root, perhaps the greatest batter of our era,
Yes.
I thought was splendid stuff. Was really good stuff.
Okay. They've got a real goal. Okay. Someone's talking about.
Well, you meant to be constructive.
Oh, I've lost it again. But someone was talking about the 2 loss reviews. Will that cost India? I think it will.
I thought the second review was bad.
Of Prasid Krishna,
Of
that
the
one?
Prasid
Yes,
Krishna
I think
one.
so too.
It was from where our position is right behind the bowler's arm, and it clearly looked going down leg. I don't think that review should have. Shubman Gill was very frustrated. Shubman Gill was acutely frustrated after that review
Who
was
had
taken.
convinced
Rishabh was showing
Rishabh and
it has hit this side of the pad and not the other side.
I think Prasid was also not sure because he kept saying that it's going down leg.
Prasid and Rishabh convinced Shubman to go for it, but Shubman was
They shouldn't
acutely
have.
disappointed. Yeah, that one review, you just got one
You
left,
burned a
is
review.
a bit of a problem.
Okay. Web of Taragi, don't think we need an entire day to wrap up English batting. Even 50 overs are enough. Rain won't be a factor tomorrow.
I don't think rain is a factor because except 10 a.m. in the morning, I don't see much chances of rain. At least the prediction is not for that. Precipitation, very little. So, okay, let's put it this way. You have the first session to you, then the match is definitely India. That's what it is about, the first session. The first session will be the key.
We've attracted a lot of traffic cones today for some reason. Look at what is going on. Okay. Gopal Krishna is asking, Gus Atkinson and Mark Wood update for the next game. Well, Jofra Archer's on the sidelines.
I think Jofra Archer is certainly playing Lords. Gus Atkinson, they're trying. Mark Wood, no. Jofra Archer certainly going to come in, I think, for Josh Tongue at Lords. And as far as India is concerned, it will be Jasprit Bumrah for Prasidh Krishna.
Dex is saying, take my comment. Dex, if you have not sent one and you're telling me to take your comment,
Where's the comment?
that's what I'm saying. He always does this, huh? I don't
Achha, he
see
just says take my comment.
Yeah, he hasn't actually put in a comment. But Dex, come on, send a comment. We'll take it. Come on, we take it all the time. Buria Sir Fitmonk is saying, if we are winning tomorrow, where are you taking the team for a party? Party nahi kaam.
नहीं कल तो काम है. कल Amit Shah's birthday also, by the way. Tomorrow is Amit Shah's birthday.
Really?
Yeah, and on the 8th is Trisha Ghoshal's birthday, which is Saurav Ganguly's birthday also. So the party will be in London. Look at that.
Go get in the live stream. Come on.
Fantastic. Go for it. Go for it.
Trees are friends.
Oh boy. The branches, right? Fabulous. Fabulous.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Who's that?
You.
You.
Oh, no way.
Tons of friends.
Okay.
Suman Namaste is saying, we need 3 wickets tomorrow early in the first hour.
How many farmers
Couple.
have we got?
Couple. So
We've got 1.26 lakhs.
What's that mean?
126,000.
Fucking Jesus. Love you all. I'm going to get a 75 pence vodka.
Okay. Great.
Go on to the assembly. Got lovely eyes.
We got it. He said that about 5 times now. Okay, Suman Namaste. We need 3 wickets early tomorrow before the ball gets soft. Yes, very important. So our spinners bowling to tail enders. But Karun is not looking good. Out of sort at number 3. Hopefully he will come good.
As I've said this, Karun did not look the part to me, but I also think he gets one more opportunity at Lords. If he doesn't perform at Lords, then in Manchester, I absolutely see Sai Sudarshan coming in. Manchester, Rainchester, whatever you want to call it, there will be rain. Absolutely.
it?
Yeah.
I
Manchester
hate rain.
is Rainchester.
In Test
So
cricket.
north of England. But Karuna does get one more. Shall we close it? Yeah, please.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, final comment. Let me take a nice one. Give me 2 seconds.
We've taken all the super chats.
Yes. Okay. Ritik Rathore is saying, what will be the role of Jadeja? I think it could be crucial with those patches, but I still don't see it giving a huge advantage to Ravindra Jadeja. It's not like it's going
Against
to
the
win this
left-handers, yes,
much.
there is just one left-hander left in that
So what
rank,
will you do?
and that is Ben Stokes. Otherwise, everybody else, these two are right-handers.
They will
Bryden
reverse
Kaas,
sweep the
Chris
hell out of-
Wokes, Jamie Smith, Josh Tongue, Shoaib Bashir, all right-handers, except Ben Stokes, no left-hander in that English lineup. So, except that left-hander, where that draft will come into play, I don't see for the right-handers it is getting, it will have that kind of impact.
Okay. Fitmonk, this is the perfect comment to end the show with. These people just love and breathe Test cricket. Never experienced this in India.
I agree, but you should come. Anyone who come and watch something at that Eric Holly stand
Oh, it's
today.
so fun.
We were just seeing people; they were running around the whole
This time
stand.
around, you had people dressed in Mexican ponchos and the big hat, and they were running around.
Yeah, they were going the whole
Yeah, yeah,
stand,
yeah.
and they were throwing balls and catching and doing all of that.
There
These
was
guys.
also a tire tube being thrown around today. So that's just the fun of the Holly stand.
and alcohol flows. Each one
I
of these
mean,
fellows were inebriated
To
completely
the
so.
max.
Completely so. So alcohol just flows inside English and Australian cricket grounds. But that's the fun. Each seat in Edgbaston for the last 4 days have been occupied. Test cricket, Shubhayan and I were talking about this. Test cricket at its absolute best in terms of atmosphere. And India has given us so much to talk about. Folks, watch the 12 noon show tomorrow. Gargi and I on a special why the declaration was perfectly timed and why that hate to Ravindra Jadeja was unjust. We come back once again, 12 noon tomorrow. Watch a special on Akash Deep at 10 a.m. and then 2 p.m. Our live build up once again. Actually, not 2. We start at 1:45, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we start 9:15 here,
We start,
which is
yes.
maybe even 5 minutes early. 1:35, 40. We will start our final day build up for a historic Indian win. Join us then for all the love, for all the questions. Thank you very much for joining us.